to his last-minute preparations here, and welcome to this week's edition.
Breaking news.
Andy's just back from Florida, right? And
Here we go.
we all flew into.
No one tuned in to hear about that.
Well,
The greasy seal.
The greasy seal. Oh yeah, no.
what do you call it? Thirst trap? You know, when you post a picture like that and everybody goes looking.
It wasn't even a photo.
It wasn't.
No, it was part of a.
You were like all greased up, bub. You look.
I understand. I was on a beach by myself while I was with Heather.
Yeah.
And
Nice job, Heather.
Was not trying to do a show. I was just trying to get a little sun on my nice
She happened
vacation.
to take a video and.
She did.
No, it looked really good. Now, if me and Greg were in that same situation, sitting there,
It would have taken twice as much
Me
oil.
and Vic would never have oiled you or taken a video of it.
I don't know about
they
that.
would
You have
have
none left for yourself.
they would have needed to back the truck up and drag the hose out. But
Oh my God.
and then
Spray you down.
they would have harpooned us and dragged us back into the water. You know.
That wasn't the craziest thing that happened though. The weirdest thing is I was going through TSA on the way back, and I had two.
Did you lose your shoes?
No, I did not lose my shoes on that one. We are no shoe. We are shoes nation today. But all right. So if I'm going through, I love avocados, right? You know, so I try to eat healthy when I'm on the road. So I had a knife and a fork in my bag, and I also had a bag of gummy bears. Which one do you think got me pulled out of line and I almost missed my flight for?
I would think the knife, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a different story.
The red flag for the TSA, they say it was not A-okay with gummy bears because it's Florida and they had melted, so they thought it was 3 ounces of liquid. I don't know if they thought it was the THC kind, but no. Had to be pulled over, almost missed my flight because of stupid gummy bears. I'm like, just take them. They were a bucket Dollar General. Yeah. But set me on my way with a fork and a knife.
There you go. Makes 0 sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of THC kind,
Oh, Rejuvenate Canico! Yay!
I set you up. So
Thank you,
get
bud.
that.
And also Dow Excavating Inc.
yes.
for sponsoring tonight's show. We'd love for you to be a part of it, too. Obviously, it's been a pretty controversial afternoon. And 324-1220. You want to check in about the OPS controversy, 324-1220-207 if that applies to you. I almost made a joke, but I didn't want to be that guy that always goes there before we signed off last week. And I was like, so how much you want to bet that the person that wins that race doesn't win that race, or there's some absurd controversy like there was at the COA, like there has been consistently for the last few years, but I didn't go there because I was like, I'm going to be a good guy about it. I'm going to give it a chance to be a realistic race, and I thought I was going to be wrong until this afternoon.
And honestly, like we were there, the races were they were really good. It was awesome. It was great racing. I thought the show was well run.
Hence why we're going to have the winner of the Street Stock Challenge, the limited Street Stock Challenge,
Yeah.
Jordan Russell on later.
Yeah. What a great
What
job.
a flawless race he drove.
Literally, you know, would they have 40 plus of them out there?
Yeah.
And that could have really turned into fiasco, and it turned into
Yeah, it was a hodgepodge of limiteds and street stocks, and they, like the limiteds, the better quotation mark chassis cars, they raised the frame heights. They put everybody on a narrower tire, and it seemed like it equaled it out pretty well. Other than Jordan just putting it to him.
class to the field.
He
But,
was.
Yeah,
but
but
I
he
mean,
does that anyway.
yeah.
But the rest of the race, if you look back, fourth on to 10th is
And
pretty
kudos to my buddy here, leading Cody Maycumber to his first ever pass modified win on Friday night.
That
you
was
know?
The second
special
one,
for
wasn't
them.
it? Yeah.
No, his second one was on Sunday.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
But his first
okay.
one was
Humble brag.
Friday
Yeah.
night, and so that's a big deal. And like I said, it was pretty cool for him to first person when he got out of the car wasn't parents, wasn't anybody. It was his spotter Greg, and because that's a big deal. You know what I mean?
Especially like the race in between, he was doing dumb
Ping
things
pong.
Yeah.
for last. So he he definitely saved himself.
Yeah, he got scolded for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but Friday night, so kudos to you, and kudos to another one of my spotter friends. And you know what I noticed? A lot of my spotter friends are overweight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you, Dan Collins, who was the championship spotter for Kyle Hewins.
Yep.
And then I hung out with another one of my spotter friends at the casino,
Josh Dow.
You know what I mean? So
Kudos to Hopkins and Josh Dow because they did bring in Bingo's Barbecue. I had some of that
Oh,
Sunday
they
night
did.
after everything was over.
did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always.
So no, but it's it was a good weekend, weather-wise, everything, and then why not end it with a little controversy?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, you say
Always
fiasco. It sucks to be treated like crap from an organization you spend your life supporting. Furthermore, it sucks to be extremely well within the rules other than the only zone in the engine that is a judgment, in all caps, so you know there's some anger there, call, or Bobby MacArthur, one or the other. The person who made the judgment call was a fellow competitor and was asked to have any independent engine builder open it up instead. And we had asked
yeah.
any independent engine builder to open it up instead. We were told no. The Facebook post is written to make it sound like we had some huge advantage when it was a repair job to the blown-up engine we had. If we wanted horsepower, we had 13 cubic inches to spare and a full point of compression. The repair job was a deficit to horsepower. We spoke to tech and got the approval to repair the head. We offered for them to inspect it as it was being put together, but they declined. And then at the end of the day, we were told that everyone else Friday morning that Tom Mayberry would solve the problem of one car beating everyone, and he did. And not with honesty and integrity, but with bias and inconsistent calls after I had left the engine builder's building. And that is from one Austin Terrace, who last I checked, I saw his story a couple days ago. He had won $75,000.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. So it
Didn't swear once.
no, and
He is very well spoken.
Yeah.
and then Jay had a post on a
Called
different
everything out.
Yeah, called everything out. Referenced the COA race when the controversy of Garrett Hall winning
Which
that
nobody
race.
wanted to talk about, but
And-
now he's bringing it out.
And Jay brought that out about the 94 car, didn't win that race with a legal part on it, and that one was brushed, and then the controversy that steered towards the 7 car. So it's just, just a lot of stuff. And
So where's the money go?
Well, he did. The post states that now
DJ
DJ wins that race.
the third segment
which
and
put him
overall.
overall. And then
Silas
Silas
Ripley.
Ripley was being awarded the winner of
in
the
the first
first race.
segment.
So he
So it
was
just-
going to get
it just-
So it wasn't like, which all of us want to think, oh, he's keeping the money.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm just asking.
It just juggles around.
because people ask, because supposedly in the COA race, like, oh, so-and-so won, but he didn't really get paid, but they say they got paid because there's all that. Controversy.
You always hear about when there's a DQ. Everybody always says the promoter, and they always keep the money. And so,
and nobody ever knows the truth. But in this case, they're stating,
That-
and to me, I'm pretty sure if Silas Ripley does not get his $25,000, we're going to hear about it.
yeah,
Right.
So,
He doesn't show up in a Lambo
yeah.
opening day.
Well, and here's my thing on the whole engine thing. Obviously, it should have been a non-biased tech for that kind of money, no matter who won, in every segment. It should be a non-biased tech person in there doing it, not somebody who's teched these cars throughout the year. That's a lot of money. They should bring in somebody. Now, if they're questioning, obviously it's one word against the other, and I'm not going to say what Mitchellitis did or didn't do. He's good at his job. So now why aren't we bringing in somebody else to do it in front of everybody?
So-
shouldn't tech be done in front of everyone?
When I was involved with Maine Motorsports Hall of Fame and the vintage car thing, whenever, I don't know how you guys do it now, Greg, but whenever we would tally votes for something, we would have a person who had no vote whatsoever. They would count the votes, and then over that person's shoulder, there was a second person who also doesn't vote that counts the votes for the legitimacy of it.
Same.
Yep.
So you
I've
guys
only
still
been
do
on
that.
it 1 year, but
Yeah.
that's how it's
Yeah,
same.
so
And that's
it,
how
it
we've done it
makes
for years.
it just makes everything non-biased.
It keeps conversations like this from happening.
right.
yeah, especially when in the end, one
Well,
side or the other is
And there's
still going to be
personal-
questioned.
Yeah, there's personality conflicts.
Like,
all
why
across.
would you hire that guy if you know that he has that type of race car? He's going to be in it, no matter who it was that won. Like
He
it's
should not even been.
You're setting that poor guy up to fail.
Well, that's how I feel. Like now
Yeah.
he's under fire.
That's not his fault.
Yeah, he's just doing his job. So
Yeah.
now
and he
he's
shouldn't have been put in the
you know,
position.
He's getting questioned. You know what I mean?
Right, and I think that's unfair to put him in
Absolutely.
that position.
And I think Jay deserves the right to have it teched again. Like
Yeah.
with
Like-
whoever built the motor should be able to be in the
Listen,
room
Guys, I got it.
while it gets teched.
This is Maine. Can we have, what do they call it when they can't figure out who won the most votes to be governor? What do they call
geez,
that?
what is
Rank choice?
Yes.
Rank
Oh,
choice tech?
gosh.
Can we do rank
Can we
choice
rank
tech?
I don't know. No, and obviously you're talking a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know.
No, that's people's livelihoods.
It definitely should have been done differently.
It's just the event is so big. You would think that there would be something that is more foolproof to prevent people's reputations from being compromised.
Absolutely.
And
And now they're saying
now the problem here is there's beyond
this
the
bring-
event.
Yeah, this isn't the first time it's happened.
Well,
though.
and this is beyond the event. This is Jay.
This is
versus
personalities.
Pass.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
this is the 29
well,
versus.
and let's talk about it. The 29 got
wait a minute, he wasn't
banned.
even supposed to be there
Right.
anyway. Was he
He-
banned?
he
Got one
got
of the lifetime
banned.
a while
bans?
back.
He got
and-
banned. He was 2 weeks later. He's back in.
yeah.
You know, because at that point they're mad at
It's
a
so
different driver.
inconsistent.
And
My
none of
goodness.
it's consistent,
Yeah.
and it just makes everybody look bad.
Yeah.
Everybody looks
you know,
bad.
so
Does this happen, because you guys follow this a lot closer than I do, and I'm not speaking out of turn by asking the question, does this happen at the car store on a regular basis?
I mean, we don't follow it. I mean,
Does it happen at
Well,
the
let's-
Winchester
let-
400?
Well, let's go to the Snowball Derby. The
I mean,
tech there is,
Rodney Brooks? Even I know
well,
that.
Yeah.
it used to be Ricky Brooks.
Ricky
and
Brooks,
he's
yeah.
not anymore. But they've
but
they've had their situations. You know,
when
where
Ricky was doing it, there was no,
yeah, it was black and white. You
and
know,
that's how it should always be.
You know.
I mean it.
Unless you're Chase Elliott and you show up at Tungsten,
yeah.
which is where I learned that word.
Where he got thrown
Well,
out.
and it's so funny though. But when he got caught with his tungsten,
Tunks.
Guy, come on, but give him some room, will ya?
oh jeez. But that was you know, chances are that was an inside job.
Yeah,
you
of
know,
course it was.
because
Because somebody
what makes
reported
them
it,
go
yeah.
looking for that? You know,
Yeah.
unless we're going to strip the car down to absolutely nothing left. That was somebody in
Somebody
the shop,
yeah.
somebody somewhere knew that
It was what, Steve? Tungsten.
you know.
Hey, we got to take a break. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We'd love for you to check into the show as long as you can keep it clean, because we do have to abide by the FCC rules. Even though the show exists as a podcast, this is a live drop on the radio at 104.3 FM, 1220 AM, and seacoastoldies.com and all our digital platforms. So just respect that. Be civil. We just appreciate you doing that. If you want to check in, it's 207-324-1220. On the other side of these, our major guest of the night, the guy who had no controversy whatsoever because he spanked him. He's Jordan Russell, and he is coming up next.
Switch or something.
We're back. We're all switching. We got mics and
Headphones.
you back, Greg? We're back, and obviously the big talk of the weekend is you know, over at Oxford, and you know, and like I said, not to be lost in the shuffle is all the other stuff that went on, the Crown Vic, and was it the a couple of Hewans. Carson win, and
then
Kurt
it
was
became-
second.
Kurt
yeah.
was second, and that was what, Friday night, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Austin Terrace picking up the win Friday night in a different
Car.
completely
completely.
Ford,
Yep.
and great run that Barker gave him,
Yeah.
in the Go Fast Motorsports number 32, and then good to see Max Cookson up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's he been?
He's just been
Been crew chiefing.
Take
crew
the year
chiefing.
off,
Yeah,
right?
he's been crew chiefing the 32 up there. What's the young
Tom Averly.
Tom Averly from Connecticut, but he's also been
Somebody over at
Wiscasset.
the young
Oh,
kid.
What's the
Hardy?
champion? Yeah,
Daniel Harding.
Yep. He's been working with him over at Wiscasset, led him to the late model championship. So really, him and his team that dominated Oxford in the past tour for a
Yep.
couple of years. He's kind of stepped back from the role of driver and money spender, and now he's doing that. So he put a deal together with Anthony Wilcox and them guys, and did some racing, and looked like he had a podium, but.
One dude who did some racing and spanked everybody is our man who's on the phone now. Welcome to Mainly Motorsports, Jordan Russell. Good evening.
Yes, how are you guys doing?
Wonderful. We have an easy show tonight because not only do we have you, but we have a lot of controversy.
I know you guys don't have anything to talk about.
We were wondering what we were going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Facebook.
but thank you for joining us, Jordan. And what a great way to, maybe it's not the end of your season, but I'm assuming it's the end of your 2025 season.
That is definitely the end of our season. I don't think there's much better of a way to close it than that. So, one of the guys joked that we
Can't
should
move
go to Hudson
in the chair
this weekend.
while I'm
but,
sitting.
we're just going to cap it off right there. So.
Yep. So then, but then you not only topped it off by that, you went out and won a waffle, right?
I did. Yeah, that was really funny. I didn't even know I won it. I wasn't watching, and I went to bed a little early. And Michael Harrison called me to basically offer me what I paid for the ticket for the car that I just won.
Yeah.
I thought he was yanking my chain because Michael does that a lot, and then I figured out that I did win it. So that was kind of neat. I guess we've done our fair share of winning for the week. So yeah,
No,
time to cap off the season.
that's good. And anybody that was up there or wasn't up there really can't appreciate what they watched. And for you, and I don't want to say you dominated the race, but you did. But every time Kyle Treadwell had a chance at you, you gave him everything he needed to make that pass. You didn't use him up. You didn't jump. It was honest restarts, and if he was going to make that pass, he was going to make it, and you were going to let him make it.
Yeah, and that's one of the things about racing with Kyle is I knew he was going to be aggressive. You know what I mean? It's a $5,000 to win street stock race, so I expected him to give it his all, and I think that between the two of us, we did a really good job of keeping it pretty clean, but racing as hard as you can race, to win a $5,000 race without roughing each other up. So, hats off to him. He raced me probably a lot better than some guys would have for that kind of money on the line, especially a street stock guy. I mean, I've been wrecked for a win for $300. So.
Yeah. Hey, Jordan Russell's our guest here. He just won that big race over at Oxford during the past 400 weekend, and you bring up the respect that you race with, and it's something that's always struck me about you, whether I've watched you at Wiscasset or watched you with Oxford. It's just the consistent respect that you show to not just one or two competitors, but you seem to show to everybody. And it seems, you're not a young dude, but you're not, one of us old grumps either. So you're somewhere in between. Where did you learn the acumen to race as respectfully as you did? Because it definitely stands out.
Well, I think, I started off probably a little later in my racing career than most people, but I did spend a lot of time watching, but when I came out of the gate, I had no idea what I was doing. I mean, I race with some of the best guys today that have been a large part in showing me how to race and teaching me how to race. And those haven't always been the lessons to but there was a time, and I still make mistakes. I still do plenty of dumb things here and there, but I just try to own it at least after the fact when I do. So, and that's really all you can do. But I think, probably racing with Billy and Dufault, I made a lot of mistakes when I started racing with those guys, and nowadays you look, and I feel like Billy and I probably have one of the highest levels of respect for each other as far as two guys competing against each other on a regular basis goes. So I really learned a lot from him, just in kind of the way to race people. And like I said, those lessons didn't always come easy. A lot of times I was getting into him, and he was rightfully hollering at me after, and I've tried to learn from that over the years and do things the right way, and when you're young and you come in and you start doing it, you just you don't really think you're doing anything wrong. You know what I mean? So a lot of guys don't really know that they're doing anything wrong, and sometimes I forget that was me at one point in time. So sometimes I've been guilty of that this year. I just forget that we're all humans making mistakes, and I guess for me, it's just owning those mistakes and trying to learn from it and get better. And that's really all I ever do is, we leave the racetrack every week just trying to go back the next week and be better than we were the week before. So, sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't, but respect is huge to me. I mean, I'm gonna finish second over putting a bumper to a guy to win a race. And I think there's a lot of guys that would do the same. And that's solely just for the fact that, you might win a race bumping somebody out of the way, but you are not going to win a lot of races if you bump that somebody out of the way. They're always going to remember it. So we like to win races and do it the right way.
No, you're absolutely right. And were you shocked at how well the rules package that they put together with these different types of cars and as many cars that they put on the track that actually the race went?
The race, I was shocked. I was not so much about the rules package. I was a little bit surprised, just because obviously they took quite a bit away from the limiteds and they gave a little bit more to the street stocks, and but I wasn't that surprised for the guys that were running. Obviously Rick ended up getting in some trouble, and I think him and John got together, John Brill, and that kind of put an end to their day. But both of those guys, if none of that happened, both of those guys were going to be right there in the top 5, I think, top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
But I just kind of think that the good cars in each class, the guys that are working on their cars every week, I think those were going to be the good cars. Either way. Certainly had some guys up there. Jake Vaughn, he's got a good car, works on his car a lot. He was up there really fast for a good portion of that race, and I was really, really shocked. When we started that race, and I didn't know until they rolled us to lineup that we were starting all 44 cars. I had no idea. So when I realized that, I was almost 100% certain that we were going to be in lap traffic the whole time.
Yeah.
And that it was going to be, a mess. It was going to be a lot of carnage. And obviously there was, some cautions and whatnot. You're going to have that in any street stock race, right? But the cautions they didn't have nearly as much carnage as what I was expecting. So that did shock the hell out of me that it was as clean as it was. And yeah, I mean, the rules package I think was perfect, really. I mean, to combine two cars like that, and the top 10, my numbers might not be 100%, but I'm pretty sure there was 5 street stocks and 5 limiteds in the top 10. So, it's about half and half. And
it speaks to it speaks to the rule package and how the race played out with the amount of cars you guys ended up getting. You guys had the biggest field of cars for the whole weekend, really.
Yep.
And, I mean, you even had cars come down from Canada. So, I mean, that
we
was
had,
kind of neat to see.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, that 62 car, Creamer. He's from Canada, but I thought it was pretty neat. So that car actually was Keelan Harvick's car. That was pretty neat to find out.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I think with like 10 to go, I turned to Debbie and I said, "There's still like 32 cars running here."
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
the
so,
big
I
wreck
think,
near the end. But
at least half the field finished the race anyways, and
it
a
was
few
good.
cars really that went a lap down.
Yeah, and it was good at the beginning with some of the guys realized that, and it had nothing to do, I think, with the rules package, just what they had for a car, that they realized they brought a knife to a gunfight, and it was in their best interest just to get off the track and be like the rest of our fans and get on the other side of the fence and watch this race, because it was going to be a good one. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I mean, there was a lot of respectful racing, whether it was for 35th or first or whatever it was. It was it's pretty crazy. I think that the street stocks probably put on the most respectful race of the weekend. So that's not normally the case.
Yeah, no,
I wouldn't
exactly.
disagree with that.
Yeah. They definitely paid attention to the mod race, the first
'cause-
mod race.
Yeah.
They got put in timeout.
Okay.
Yeah. They were not. It
Yeah.
was not.
I
fun
did watch
to
most of that, and I was definitely hoping that we didn't have the same showing.
Yeah. So I every time I watch a race, I always take something out of it, and I always, in my mind, I always say, I wonder why this or wonder why that. And the one thing now I can ask this guy. So when your victory lap, Jordan, I just watched it, and it was like slow and methodical. Like, were you taking it all in? Were you thinking? There was no, you weren't in a hurry to get back. You were, there was no burnouts. There was no, it was just like, what was
slow golf clap for no burnout?
Yes.
Like
I
what was? I just, maybe it was nothing, but maybe it was just I noticed
putting
that.
your thoughts
I noticed
together.
that. You know,
You got there.
Well, so there was a lot of things for me. Obviously, I just I've never won a race that big. I've won a lot of races, but I've never won really. I mean, that's the biggest race I've ever ran, right? So, that's definitely my biggest win, and I just kind of was taking it in, and I wanted to blow the tires off the thing on the backstretch because burnouts are fun. You know what I mean? They really are. But I put so much time into the car. I put a lot of work into the car, and I really, the car, if you look down through the lap times, like we ran some pretty fast laps, but the last lap of the race, I think, was when I went the hardest, after we had been going. And I ran a faster lap on the last lap of the race than everybody else's best time of the race. So, to me, my spotter had communicated that to me. I wanted to get the car back and, be able to have the tires, in one piece and scale the car with exactly the amount of fuel in it that it came off the track with. If this ends up being a thing they do every year, I want to know. I want to know where everything is,
and Dave
Take
Lamprin
notes.
would have hit you in the nose if you did a burnout or scuffed up the car.
Dave Lamprin's become pretty lenient.
Surprises me.
The more he's been around me, he's kind of learned that we don't do things quite the same way that he.
Yeah.
We don't get the results quite in the same manner that he did, but nonetheless, we still try to get results and work hard, and I know he appreciates all that. So, but just a lot of things really went into that celebration lap, and I didn't want to. Sometimes I know obviously we had a really good car, and I didn't want anybody thinking that I was trying to tear the car up or something like that, to have any excuses going through tech or anything like that. I wanted to go to tech, have them look over everything they wanted to look over, and just car be 100% as it came off the racetrack. So.
Well, I noticed it was slow and methodical. And there was a little bit of, like, you pumped the engine 3 times when you went by the crew on the backstretch. That's the only thing. I'm like, this guy's savoring his big win.
Yeah, and hearing why, I mean,
He's
it just
taking
goes
notes.
to show
Yeah,
like,
that's
a racer mentality.
Yeah, and
You know?
it's like it's one of my favorite questions to ask a guy after he wins the 250 on that lap. What's in your mind? Especially those big wins or a first win. What's in your mind on those moments?
Am I going to be able to keep the win?
Well, in a lot of things is like when I win races, you don't ever really, like, you look at your crew, you know what I mean, but you never look around and see, you know what I mean, and I just kind of looked along the fence to see what areas were clapping, what areas weren't, and there was a lot of areas clapping, which is cool. Just kind of wanted to
take it all in. That's
take it all in.
Like I said, that's
really
what I was wondering on that lap, because like you said, that's a $5,000 a big payday.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a big street stock payday for sure. So they've got some big paydays for street stocks at the end of the year now. So gonna have to probably try to get another one of those next year. I don't know.
What are you going to do with that race car that you won yesterday?
So I haven't even picked it up yet. I've got to do that.
You sound like me when I win a waffle. I forget I win them. That's the problem.
Yeah, well,
But yeah.
yeah, well, some people forget that I didn't even know I won it until it was over for a while, and Charlie's messaging me like, "Hey, when you want to get this thing out of here?" And so we both decided Saturday works pretty good for both of us, and so I'm going to go down Saturday and pick that up. I don't really even know what it is or what I'm going to do with it.
You know anybody that can tow it?
Yeah, I think I might have a guy that can send a flatbed down there and get it for me. Luckily, hopefully they can tow it home without.
Yeah, just call Mike Bryan. He's around the corner.
Yeah, I was thinking he's pretty close by. So, but no, we'll try to get it home and get a look at it anyway. I don't have a lot of aspirations for SLM racing, so I don't know what we're going to do with it. It'll probably be for sale, but nonetheless, we won a race and we won a waffle, so can't really complain with that.
Yeah, good weekend.
Good things happen in threes, so look for something else this week.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's been telling me to buy a lottery ticket, but
yeah. Well, you already won the lottery, so. Although there was that guy at Logan Airport, he works there, and he won the lottery twice. Excuse me,
No
scratch
way.
ticket twice by going to 2 different Hudson News places.
Yep.
When you get the newspaper. Anyway, so it can happen. Jordan Russell's our guest. He is the tow guy, as Greg alluded to. What's the strangest thing that you've had to tow this year that isn't race car related?
well, actually, that's funny you asked. So a few weeks ago, we had a customer call us, and he's had a bunch of issues up here. Zoning, code enforcement, stuff like that. This gentleman owns a bunch of Airbnbs. He's got one that's on a river, small little camp on a river. He had basically a sauna set up on a trailer in the yard, and he ended up getting a bunch of fines. However, it all worked out. We hauled this trailer with this sauna off to a different property, and then he went through the process and paid all of his fines, and now they've told him, you can get a building permit and have that sauna there as long as you attach it to the camp. As long as it's attached to the camp, then it's fine. So this is basically like a 12 by 28 building. So we went out and kind of lifted it off the trailer and set it place on the foundation they had poured for us. So that was probably the most interesting thing. I mean, we've towed a lot of stuff, but a lot of the wrecks and stuff, they're not that interesting.
No.
A lot of times you just hope everybody's all right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Hey, what are you eating when you're on the road?
when I'm on the road, I don't know. I don't eat a lot on the road, to be honest with you. Taylor could probably tell you guys more than anybody that I am horrible about stopping to eat throughout a day's time. I'm just on the go. So a lot of times I'll get home at 5 or 6 o'clock at night, and I haven't eaten a damn thing all day.
Wow.
Hence why you don't
if I
look like
do eat-
Steve or I.
Yeah.
They know
If I
every
do eat
gas
on the
station
road-
food there
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of times I just get going
Is
so
that a
hungry,
drink
and then
or-
you forget about it,
Yeah. No, he's just.
and then you get home, and like if I eat at 3:00 in the afternoon, I'm not going to want to eat supper, and
Right.
she makes damn good supper, so I
You better not eat at
Like
3
to-
o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
right, exactly. So I like to make sure I can eat that when I get home, but a lot of times I really don't eat anything throughout the day. I'm a big pizza guy. I like to eat pizza whenever I do remember to eat pizza or chicken salad sandwiches. But other than that, I don't eat anything that healthy. So nothing that interesting, really. I drink a lot of beer when time permits, so
Yeah.
I have to make sure I eat healthy to
Balance
make
it
up
out.
for it.
Offset. You gotta offset it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
What's your beer of
that's kind of
choice?
where we're at with that. Allagash White is probably my favorite, but my friend David Whittier's got me on this Twisted Tea Light kick because the things taste like just regular old iced tea. So I've been lately. That's not good.
Yeah. It's funny you say that Twisted Teas just taste like regular iced tea. There was a dude that was drinking White Claws on the way to work for like 3 weeks. But
On the way
he
to
thought it was
work.
Celsius.
Oh
He
my
thought White
gosh.
Claws were like an energy drink.
Oh my
Jeez.
gosh.
He was going to work buzzed for 3 weeks.
Oh man, yeah,
Yeah,
no,
watch
that
out.
wouldn't fly in my
He
office.
probably,
No,
he
no.
probably works for you, Steve.
I was gonna say he's probably one of Steve's guys.
Yeah, what's his name? Because I got to make sure.
Yeah. No, crazy.
Yeah.
But no, we appreciate you taking the time with us, Jordan, and congratulations on the big win and a great way to cap off 2025. You know, it wasn't the championship season that you had in 2024, but still not a bad way to end a racing season. You know.
Yeah, no, it's a good year. I mean, any year you win in races is a good year. Not every year is. It's hard to cap a season where you win 12 races and 2 championships when you're racing 2 cars every week. You can't really beat that. But we still go out and we try, and we have the most fun, I think, out of just about anybody. So
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
At the end of the day, we had a really successful season, and yeah, there's no better way to cap it off than that. So we're not really sure what next year brings, but we're gonna do something. We're definitely gonna be racing something. So
Yeah, he wins street
figure it out.
stocks. He hauls saunas, and
yeah,
And he's won a race car.
One waffle.
Oh,
drinks,
waffle.
drinks beer and eats sandwiches.
Yeah. When he
Sandwiches
remembers
and
to.
pizza.
When he remembers to.
what's on that pizza, by the way? Don't tell me pineapple.
No, not pie. I'm a big pepperoni guy.
Basic.
So
I love it.
pepperoni pizza, little hamburger, bacon, stuff like that.
Meat lovers,
There you
yeah.
go.
Yeah, pretty good stuff.
What's
All
your
right.
go-to, Andy?
I like the spinach and white sauce on it.
Ugh. No.
No?
I'm
No.
pepperoni, hamburger, extra cheese. If I order one,
Yeah. Or garlic.
Yeah.
I used to order a garlic pizza every Sunday and watch NASCAR.
What's-
Back when all the
Back
races
in the
were on-
day.
when they were on single-digit TV channels.
Oh,
Because
Jesus.
I never had cable, right? When they were on Channel 6,
That was
my jam. I would watch them there. And
Yeah.
remember when Pizza Hut had stuffed crust gold? You don't remember that?
Ugh.
So there was mozzarella stuffed, and it was like cheddar, which was the gold part
Oh.
all the way around the rim. So it was
All
a
right.
pizza that had, orange rim, but it was all mozzarella cheese under the rim.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
delicious.
Stuffed crust
What's your
pizza
favorite
talk.
pizza?
Making me hungry.
Steve.
Me?
Yeah, what's Steve's favorite pizza?
Like, what do you mean?
Bricks.
What kind do you like?
Brick oven
pizza?
pizzeria.
Brick oven pizzeria.
Yeah.
Hey, Jordan,
Yeah.
thank you,
Can't
man.
beat
for-
a stuffed crust pizza.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right, man. Congratulations on all your success, and we respect the heck out of you for everything that you do, and you represent, and you're a great steward and spokesperson for racing in Maine. So thanks for joining the show, my man.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. Have a good night.
All right.
Yeah,
Take
congrats,
care.
man.
That dude is all class.
No, absolutely.
Glad to have him on the show. For sure.
No, absolutely.
We'd love to have you on the show, too, if you want to keep it clean at 207-324-1220, 207-324-1220.
I could have given him the third thing that could have happened this weekend for him. I didn't want to call him out on the air.
Right. Well, you probably shouldn't have. I looked at you and I was
You
like,
knew
oh
what I
no.
was
Where were
thinking,
you
right?
going?
Oh no. Oh no. That's
Could have told Jeremy Davis to hold my beer.
Yeah, because
Right?
that was the big thing for the whole weekend.
Right.
Everybody was getting proposed to.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, Jeremy Davis finally asked Natasha.
Finally.
Natasha finally got her wish after she's been throwing it out on social media for how many years? Like, yeah, I got everything I want but a
you're
ring.
in trouble when your girlfriend starts shooting you, screenshotting you Pinterest.
Yeah. Oh, is that happening?
Are you getting it?
Oh yeah, I'm done. Everybody thought that I was gonna propose when I went on vacation, but I'm like, we're just going for her birthday for a couple of
Oh,
days.
that's what.
But you
I
tie
never-
in you
I
tie
never
in a
think that.
birthday, you tie in Florida.
But that's where she wanted to go.
This is a classic guy versus female
Thought process.
topic. Yeah. Like Deb's like, oh yeah, she's breaking it all down. Oh, you're going to Florida. You guys are going away. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Andy's
they've been
thinking, I'm
together
going to
for a
Florida
couple
because it's her
years.
birthday.
Yeah.
That's it. What
So,
big deal?
I wanted to swim on both coasts. We did that, but I had no idea that there was this external. I wouldn't call it pressure, but I guess in the
Thoughts.
female camp,
Yeah.
amongst
Oh, yeah.
the group text,
Female camp.
every girl got herself a group
Listen.
text.
Yeah.
We got her outnumbered, but we ain't got her beat.
I don't know
What?
the hell you mean.
What is that?
3-1, and we ain't got you beat.
Oh, okay.
We
yeah.
got you outnumbered.
Who, me?
Me, he's doing.
Oh.
Greg
So-
and Steve.
It's funny. 3 years ago, maybe multi-years ago, because it had to be, because we've been, I don't know how long.
7 years.
So
7
many
years.
moons ago,
7 years
my buddy
engaged,
was getting
right?
engaged, right?
Mhm.
And I said, you got to let me know when you're gonna, because I know it'll hit like social media.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't want her to see it, because
Yeah,
then.
because he was afraid I was going to
Yeah.
start.
Well, sure enough, he
You
did it.
didn't agree?
Well, no, I mean, it was Valentine's Day. Everybody was getting
Yeah.
engaged.
So sure enough, we're sitting at the house, right? And
Scanning Facebook.
scanning, and she's like, "Oh my God, Spank just got engaged! Look!" And I'm like, "Text him, really? You were supposed to give me a heads up so I could keep her off social media."
Yeah.
So then it went, like if he's doing it, why can't you?
Oh,
that.
so it was all about you.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
I'm glad I have none of this pressure.
you're not engaged,
Yeah, I am.
okay?
Yeah.
How long
No,
you been engaged?
No idea.
3-4 years.
No
Did you-
idea. I
did
don't
you
remember.
ask?
Yeah, it's
I can tell you when we started dating, what we consider our starting dating, but
Yeah, just because you started dating don't mean that you're engaged. Not on day number one.
no, but I don't even know.
But have you proposed?
Yes.
Oh.
yeah. She
She
has,
has
a
a
ring.
ring.
Yep.
And do you have an idea when that day was?
Did she ask you? Or did you ask her?
Oh, I asked her.
Where?
Let's not talk about this.
Had to be a meal involved.
No, we were actually going to bed for the night, and she reached under her pillow, and she's like, "What is this?" And it was the ring in the box.
That's sweet.
Oh, that's
See?
romantic.
Jeez, much better than being on a flag stand.
And then we were like, we were just laying there. It wasn't like I got down on one knee or anything. I just rolled over and went, yeah, maybe, yes. And
Like, what's your answer? Let's go.
Yeah.
I gotta go to sleep.
Check yes or no.
and she put it on, but that was like, and we've never discussed anything else. That's it.
So, Deb, being
I
a
don't
token
even.
female
I don't
here,
remember when.
Oh gosh.
If Greg got her a ring, you have a ring. Is that all you need? Do you need the date?
No, well, I mean, when we first got engaged, it was because he still wasn't. He was still a work in progress. Let's just put it that way.
Work in progress.
And so I'm like,
Never
if,
quite heard it put that way.
if I'm,
Work in progress.
it is what it is. And if I'm sticking it out, there better be a ring. Like
Yeah.
there
So-
better be a commitment somewhere.
So you know what? When she would say the commitment letter, right? Word, I'd say, listen.
Like a demand letter?
Yeah, I would say, listen. You wake up every day. I'm laying next to you. How much more commitment do you want?
yeah,
That was my answer.
That's a fair
yeah,
answer.
no, but
And what was your answer to that?
not good enough.
Not good enough.
Okay, so
So we got the ring, and now
Work
we're
in
talking.
progress.
We're talking about the next step, but that's basically financial.
Like
No.
she uses it for financial. She used to only talk about it when she was doing her taxes every year.
because I don't like doing my own taxes.
well, because you spend 10 grand on throw pillows and Halloween decorations.
Why do you got to do your own taxes? There's this place called H&R Block.
Well, no, I tell her, get an account and I'll pay for it.
No,
Yeah, problem
no,
solved.
No,
Right.
Your taxes would be much better for what you pay if you had me as your.
Accountant.
Wife. That's like
I don't see
I don't-
that. I'm just going to ask the general public.
Didn't they
I
do-
don't think I'm a bad catch.
I never
think-
said you were a bad
I think
catch.
you should
No,
probably
that never
think.
entered
What?
the chat.
What is the? What is? Isn't there like a common law thing?
After so many years?
Yeah. Isn't I
You're
thought
married?
that is that still in effect?
Oh, I don't know.
no, but
No, women can vote and stuff now. Like it's
We're-
it's
we're-
not the
Hey,
1800s.
I'm serious. I thought it was a thing that could have
Well,
been.
I don't know that you can do your taxes because of that. Can
No,
you?
I don't know.
He's
that-
saying
I'm just
basically
worried
you've
about
been together.
it's financial.
Are you
I
waiting
don't-
for the common law to kick in? Is that what you're doing?
No,
I'm
he
not,
hasn't been.
like-
He hasn't been that long. Yeah.
It's
No,
it's,
I think.
it's her decision. It's not mine.
Yeah. I mean, I'm.
I don't
fine.
know if you guys know
I'm
this or
honestly-
not, but I'm pretty footloose and fancy
Yeah.
free.
See, I think if Vic said, "Hey, we're going to get married next week," he'd be like, "Okay."
yeah, he'd be there.
Yeah. He's that, and she's that good. You know.
yeah.
Where do you guys want to get married?
Oh, see, if I had my choice, which I can't because of his work, I would get married on New Year's Eve. I would throw a big party.
Why can't you?
Well, it could
'Cause
snow.
it could snow.
Who cares?
Me?
Well, so what? It's
That's
one
when my
night.
bread's buttered.
Oh, he don't care.
It's one.
Oh.
No,
It's,
I respect that.
No.
it's
That's when my
4
bread's
days.
buttered.
It's 4 days.
Yeah.
No, it's when my bread's
no,
buttered.
no,
Nah.
He can't. It wouldn't.
You
it
know
wouldn't
how
even be
focused
worth
I am
it.
when it comes
Oh,
to
it's
jobs.
retarded.
Yeah,
Nope, that's where. Do you know how
it is
focused
what
I
it
am
is,
when it
yeah.
comes
and
to my
I would
job?
never put that out
Right?
there. But that would be my dream if I was gonna.
Why don't you
and
get
it'd be
married
just-
on the truck? New Year's Eve.
Yeah, just be liquid. Whatever happens, happens. If it's snowing,
No.
you have a
So
snowing
here's
white.
the problem, Andy.
I would have to call.
You?
Think about. Well, no, yeah.
Yes.
I'm a work in progress.
Yeah.
Remember this soft launch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
Steve can't. Steve will have nothing
Everything's
to
a
do
hard
with it. He'll
launch.
just show up.
You don't
It,
soft
it
launch
will
right now.
literally have to be 3
No.
days from now. We're having this party.
But he'll want like a big he'll
Yeah.
want like some a
No,
stra-
this
he'll
would-
want a show.
We
He'll want
yeah.
some
discussed-
kind of a
No,
show.
I
Steve
just
wants
I
at the
need to
show.
call
No.
Missy Taylor and have her on.
No, this would.
On
It would
the
be.
board.
Let Steve speak first.
Yeah, no. Welcome to my world. So this would be, it would be a show. It would be like, no, we're gonna top everything. Like,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't want this to be something. Oh, it was beautiful. Oh, this was this. This was.
I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
yeah.
Civics and a show. The,
No, no, I don't want that.
the
I
north
want,
up above. Like everybody's on the floor down below. You're up above, right
Yeah,
above
you could
the
be lowered
walkway.
like Fart Man.
Yeah,
on the
no, he
VMAs.
doesn't know who Fat Man is.
So,
No.
You don't?
no.
He
Oh,
doesn't
we
know
gotta
who
show you
Fat.
this up here. Howard
Yeah.
Stern.
So no, but
But you know the reference I mean, right?
As soon as you said it, I'm like, he doesn't have a clue.
No.
No.
so we've talked way too much about us.
Yeah,
getting
No,
so
we
married.
let's
haven't.
get back
I-
into.
I find this-
You're the
big
one who brought it up.
controversies.
Oh yeah.
You're the one who brought it
Yeah,
up.
you brought
put
up
poor-
Jeremy Davis.
Yeah, you put poor Jordan on blast
Yeah.
without him even being on the radio still to defend himself.
Yeah. So yeah.
Taylor's throwing dinner
Right
at
now,
him right
Taylor's
now.
like, yeah.
I mean, he
here's
might
your
as well.
dinner.
She moved up there.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, no. Let me know if there's any benefits to it, Jordan. And Jeremy.
Oh my goodness! All right, so we get about 13 minutes left in the show. One of which will be taken up by our great sponsors, Rejuvenate Canico and Dow Excavating Inc. We wouldn't be able to do this madness without them. So a personal thank you.
Yeah, we got to get a driver for Matt. Louis was running 2 job sites today when I talked to him, running back and forth. So we need to get a truck driver over there.
Why
Yeah.
can't Louis drive?
Well,
He won't
can,
get.
but,
He
like,
won't get his
CDL.
CDL.
He's too old.
Is that what he says?
Wait a minute, there's
No.
an age limit to that?
No, but that's what I
Well,
say.
no, Louis probably.
Louis
not.
is good.
Because if I
Oh, it
wanted
has
to go
nothing to
get
do
one
with him
today,
having
Oh,
a
you
stroke?
absolutely could.
Leave Louis right where Louis is.
Yes.
And speaking of CDLs, who's the one that talked you into getting yours?
Oh,
That would be me.
listen.
He's.
and now
leave
you
Louis-
can't get married on New Year's Eve. So how'd that work out?
Yeah, there you go.
There you
there. Knight in shining armor.
But yeah, so we got a couple of things to talk about for the remainder of the program. If you want to check in, 207-324-1220. It's always fun to be first to the party, right? Right, so that's you, and we'd love to hear from you soon. I wonder what the longest engagement in the audience is.
Oh,
Because
there's
you guys
people
are, what,
for
7 years?
7.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, there's people 20. Well, Louis and Sarah.
If you want to check in on our Facebook chat, because you don't like calling the radio station, that's fine too. 207, or it's easier for you. 207-324-1220. We're live on Facebook and also live on YouTube. Subscribe to Seacoast Oldies on YouTube. Really helps our small business and get the word out and build that subscriber base as we try to continue to grow as a company. This show certainly helps. You listening helps. You liking us on social media and building that audience is an immense help too. So big thank you to those who have done that. Those who haven't done that can do that right now. So racing season has basically wound down here in the state of Maine, but a couple of New England guys going after it at not Hampshire Motor Speedway, Martinsville Speedway, starting what's the date?
Thursday.
So on Thursday.
Yes.
No, when do they run? Do they run Thursday?
Thursday night.
Thursday
I was trying to
night.
remember when we went down. It was Thursday. I
It's a
think.
one-day show. We get in there. They're going to announce the schedule for the modifieds Thursday morning, and all the talk is they are going back to Stafford, which
yes,
would
I
be
heard
the
that.
first time since like 2021 or something.
For next year?
Yeah, I think that. I mean, I don't know if it's happening. It will be announced on Thursday morning, one way or another, because they'll announce the
The
schedule.
reason the whole schedule, right?
Yeah, so I mean the tour at Stafford is where they've run the most races since 1985. Is they celebrated 40 years of the Wheel and Modified Tour. It makes sense for them to be there. The tour really could use a shot in the arm that is Stafford, and I think Stafford needs the mods. They've had the Monaco tour, they've had some open shows, but I think the heritage and the prestige of the Wheel and Modified Tour back at Stafford. If that is going to happen, we're going to find out officially on Thursday morning. So that would be cool.
You know what's crazy about the modified, because you're bringing up the modified tour, the modified guys, I should say, is like you're bringing up their race in Martinsville Thursday night for basically the championship. It's pretty much Justin Bonsignor or Austin Beers.
Beers. Yep.
Beers has to finish 8th, or no matter what Justin does.
No matter what,
really?
yeah. So that's good.
Ah.
So, and that's nice. I'm a fan of both, but like, it'll be nice to have like young blood versus skilled veteran 6-time champion. You know what I mean? So, but what's cool about the modified guys is like they're gonna run down there, and then probably half of them, even maybe with different teams, will be at Seekonk because Seekonk has the Haunted 100 this weekend.
Is that where the act is too?
Yeah,
That's
and
right.
And that's where they'll crown their
ACT
champion?
is
They
also
crown
yeah.
theirs, yep.
Yep. And speaking of that, what a powerful performance Gabe Brown put on
Yeah.
at Oxford.
I think I think he had a little extra incentive with losing pork and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But like I mean, the guy was pretty much a backer of him since the beginning. So
Yep, since his younger days,
Yeah.
and he's got him and his act program with a couple of guys
Yep.
that work on the car.
Matt Morrill is like
Yep. Yeah, and
guys on it.
they got Oxford. They got that figured out right
Yeah.
now. And but I mean, even White Mountain. Think
Yeah.
about that place.
Yep.
So they got that act program, and so congratulations to him over there. And so obviously, I think Rafael Assad's got the championship
Yeah,
pretty much
yeah.
wrapped up.
And that's that's pretty neat because I mean, he's probably one of the first outfits from Canada to really chase it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you had Alexander Tardif the last few years or whatever too, but
Yeah.
it's neat to see it spreading across the border. I mean, you used to have a lot more of that back in the day with the ACT, I think.
Yeah, it was wild because Ontario ruled the American Canadian Tour for such a long time with
Yeah.
Hanley and Russ Erland for a couple of
Right.
years, and
Hanley was at Oxford.
Oxford.
Yeah.
yeah,
That
how
was-
cool was that?
Yeah.
You see, and that's what I
Yeah.
love about, with full respect to the designers we have today, sometimes you can over-engineer a paint scheme. It looks good at shows like yours and
Oh, yeah.
day glow
Yeah.
lights and everything, but you can't tell me that Junior Hanley's Red 72
Classic.
Simple.
with a Quaker State
Yeah.
sticker
Yeah.
is not iconic.
Yeah.
Right.
It was iconic. Like Ralph Nason had Junior Hanley cars, in the late '90s. That number 10, simple paint scheme, iconic. David Oliver, same idea.
Yeah.
Simple
Just
21.
Simple.
Yep, simple.
I always was a fan of Mulcairns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
48, 84.
84, yeah, just simple, you know, and
Yep.
you know, obviously, I think we all hope that he would run a little better. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, it's hard.
And one of the neat things, I was actually sitting with Josh Dow. We were spotting practice, and like, because that car is owned by Chad Dow that owns Nitro Trailers.
Yeah.
And he brought up Junior and had Cassius Clock driving it, right? And one of the neat things is we're standing there, and I look down on the fence, and I elbowed Josh, and I'm like, look at that. Because I think his Cassius' boy's name's Kale. He was standing next to Junior on the fence.
Oh,
And
really?
Kale's like, I want to say 10 or 12. I
Right.
don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So he's standing there, and I said, you know what's cool about racing is you look down there, and Kale is standing next to Junior, and Kale probably doesn't even know what Junior accomplished.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but he's still. And Josh says you'd be surprised that kid knows a lot about racing.
Oh, I
So,
meant,
you
you know,
know,
when you're
coming
living it,
from
and,
Yeah.
you know, and what your grandfather
With your
accomplished,
grandfather's
what your
Billy
father's
Clark is-
accomplished.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
How old is he? 12?
Yeah,
If that,
10,
if that,
maybe
yeah.
12. I don't know.
I knew more about racing in 85 than I do today. I studied it a lot more. I mean, when I was a kid, man, that's all I could tell you the stats of every
Listen.
NASCAR North guy.
When I ran away from home when I was like 10 or 11,
Yeah.
the only thing I took was the Beach Ridge programs.
Jeez.
The only thing I took.
For shelter or?
Nope. The only thing I
That
took
meant
was my
anything to
Beach Ridge
you.
programs.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? So
Sometimes you need to remind yourself that what of the different things that made you want to be part of this.
the sport. Yeah.
I got to go back to being a 12-year-old kid again the other night. Like,
so?
that was the most excited I've been at a racetrack in a long time.
For Hanley? For the
No.
car?
No, Steve knows. Told me I needed to get new tires for the pace.
Oh, because he got to ride the pace
Oh
car.
yeah. So geez, I
that
forgot all
we were
about
going
it.
to talk all
So-
about it.
Yeah.
Well, he messages Vic. Me and Vic are sitting there, and he's like, "Get your cameras ready." So we're like thinking.
We're thinking at the start
so
of this
it's
race.
the start
yeah.
of the race, and what's his
Corey
face?
Morgan.
Corey Morgan's
Starting
started
shotgun on the field.
and he had won his heat or whatever. So we're like, "Oh boy, maybe a DQ." And here we go. It's going to be Corey. So both of us got our phones. We're ready, and then the pace car goes by, and all of a sudden, I catch up. I'm like, "Wait." Greg's in the pace car. And then we're both like, that's what he wants us to get our phones out for.
That's cool.
But
Yeah.
it was.
But he never. How old are you?
51.
So 51 years old. Greg Emerson finally got to lead a laps at a racetrack.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we were sitting there at the other end of the night. Me and Vicky were trying to figure out how many laps he led in the Roadrunner in the
Mad
Mad
Bomber
Bomber
Mad
race.
Bomber
feature.
race.
That's cool.
They're like they pulled in for their fuel stop or whatever, and PT's like, "Hey, you can get out if you want." And I go, "Oh no, I'm in this for the
He's
duration."
in there for the duration.
PT still drives pace car?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
cool. Now I gotta
so
go.
we
I love
I don't know. I didn't even tell you this. So we're like going by, and I look and I see Dan Collins sitting in the top row of the bar grandstands, obviously doing his Dan Collins things. And so I texted him, and I'm like, "Hey, look in the pace car the
He
next
was
time it goes
also
by."
excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes a picture of him. He sends it to me, and he's like, "I am super jealous."
Well, we were because you were warm.
Yeah, you were warm.
Yeah.
But no, it was obviously it was a great weekend. Still was a great weekend.
Yeah.
Obviously, Oxford ended up with the controversy. I don't think it's over yet. You
No.
know, it'll die down. Congratulations off the aftermath. DJ Shaw picked up what was it? His
Yeah.
Won
ninth
his ninth
Championship.
ninth championship.
And that's irregardless of,
And
of the
he's not that
controversy.
old.
what did I say up to my show a couple years
You
ago?
said he's the best driver there ever has.
Right now in the Northeast, in my opinion, I've said it for
He
the
says
last
it
3 or
all the
4
time.
years. The best driver in the Northeast gets the most out of his car, puts it where he should put it, and I've always said it, you know, and
He's not flashy.
he's not flashy. He just gets what he's got to do, and you know, picks up another championship. You know,
What's
in the win now.
What's everybody else's answer? So you're best Northeast driver.
and in my opinion,
Any discipline.
no, if I can start a race team tomorrow and I can pick anybody I want and I have unlimited funds and I'm going racing and I can pick him from his family, I'm going DJ Shaw. And I've said that for years. I mean, there's a lot of great ones, but that's who I go with. I like his attitude. That's who I go with.
Deb, how about you?
She goes whoever Jake tells her.
No, Jake
Yeah,
doesn't
she's gonna go
tell
Joey
me.
Dwyer.
Ryan
Whoever Jake wants to
Littlefield.
follow.
Jake's spotting for it. No,
Yeah.
because Jake spotted for DJ too. I totally respect DJ's ways of running. Yeah, either one, but
Who you going with, Greg?
I totally respect what Joey does in the car.
Yep.
Like
I mean, he crew chiefs that car
from the seat.
from the. I
Yep.
was, because
Oh, yeah.
I
No.
was.
But I also think that DJ has.
Well, DJ
just
does
as much
I was gonna
input
say
in-
DJ
in
does
his
too because
car.
I listen
yeah.
to both, and
But
DJ's
the thing
same.
is,
yeah.
that they're not, but they're quasi teammates. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I texted him Monday
and,
morning.
and Gabe with them. You know,
Right. There's mutual respect there.
When I texted him Monday morning, my text to him was, that was a championship performance this weekend because you were, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and the thing about DJ is he understands what it takes, even though he's racing against half of them, to keep his customer base where it needs to be.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's tough.
That's tough.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
when you're not driving out of there and
They're
you're not going
all
to see these
in
guys
this-
till next Saturday.
yeah, you don't see, two Shaw cars running good, and especially ACT, because I think they put a lot more focus there now. But you don't see two Shaw cars running good. You see them all running good.
Yeah.
Right.
That's-
You know what
That
I
says
mean?
something
Yeah.
for them.
And
Yeah.
I mean, and it just plays out. Like this week, Jesse Switzer could win. This week, Gabe could win. Next week, so and so could win. So, like I counted the other day, and I think out of the top 10, I think there was 5 that were Shaw cars in the act race,
Yep.
and the other, I think there was the Zero's an Alan Berry car. Now I don't know what Raphael's running, but I think it's a McCoy out of Canada, but I'm not sure. But there was just that says a lot,
Yep.
Eric Sands running good, so
Yeah.
My
no,
opinion.
absolutely.
Cool. That could be a whole topic for another show. We could, I know we kind of touched on it here, but it's something that we'll certainly revisit once we, get to where there's no racing. So, yeah, it's been a fun show. Kind of flew by. Thanks to Oxford for giving us the controversy to, throw a leaf blower on this bonfire. Thanks to Jordan for checking in on the show and telling us about his weekend as well. And thanks to you for listening and supporting Mainly Motorsports. Thank you to Rejuvenate Canico and Dow Excavating Inc. for sponsoring the show and allowing the stream to continue to come true. Remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram, all the social media. Give us a follow on Seacoast Oldies YouTube and all that stuff too. And share the show. Word of mouth really means a lot, and we do appreciate it. So on behalf of Steve, Deb, and Greg, I'm Andy Austin. Have yourself a great night. That's 719, show 719 for Mainly Motorsports. Thanks for tuning in.
Drop your mic in, Steve.
Good night.
Jake wants to know when your bachelor party is.